Hello everyone! Oh my gosh, welcome back to my channel. So today we shall be customizing, finally. So in the last video I showed you guys how to prep a sneaker and we did de-swooshing as well. So for this design we're gonna need the tick removed. I'll pop up the design we're doing right now. That's the one, a little adventure time. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm gonna be grabbing all the paints that I need. I already had a shade that was pretty similar to the like minty green, so I'm just gonna be using the same container but mixing in some fresh paint, just so it's a little bit more new, shall I say. So I'm just gonna be doing that in this little time lapse here. Okay, so now that we have the desired color, I'm just gonna go ahead and pack away all of the paints that I used because, knowing me, I'll probably spill them and destroy the shoe before I've even started. These are also the paintbrushes that I'll be using for this area. I'll show you guys the brushes I'll be using for the actual like animation, which will be a lot smaller. But yeah, this will be for the like minty green areas. So I'm just gonna go in super lightly with this shade. It's always best to do really light layers, just because then you don't get any clumping or any brush marks. So I'm just gonna do super light layers, and then in between I use my heat gun just to heat each layer, make sure that everything's dry, and it sits on the swoosh really smoothly. So we're gonna do this little area as well. And I will leave you guys with this cute little time lapse of me painting. Okay, so like I said, heat gun is my best friend. So we're just going to use that on the final layer as well, just to set everything in place. I always leave it to dry overnight anyway, but just as I'm going and as I'm working, I don't want anything to move. So we end up using this at the end as well. After this, I'm gonna start with the design. So the first thing that I do is I put down some tape onto my iPad and just trace the design that I'm gonna be using. So this one that I'm doing right now is the Finn the Human and Jake the Dog. So I just do a pretty rough outline. I'm covering it because I can't really see, not to like hide from you guys. So yeah, once I have that pretty basic outline, I then go ahead and stick that onto the shoe. I have to make sure that it's placed perfectly because I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do next, which is probably the most important part of getting proportions and specific areas. So once I lay it down in the area that I need, I will show you. Okay, so now that I have the placement that I need, I'm going to go in with my blade and basically just like section by section we're going to cut out and paint. So we're going to start off with Finn's shorts and just super lightly go over with my blade just to cut that section out so it acts as like a stencil. So this is sort of what I was saying in my other videos about how I make my own stencils. Super easy, super cheap and convenient. So I do have a cry cut which can do similar stuff, but when it comes to especially designs like this where it's really intricate and like small areas, it's just a lot easier doing it this way. And it takes me like no time at all. It's super quick. So I'll show you guys in the next couple of clips how I do that. Okay, so we are coming to the end of the painting section, just because I didn't time lapse the whole entire shoe just because it would have taken so long. But yeah, I pretty much continued doing this for every section. And then as soon as both shoes were done, we are now going to go in with our Liquid Kicks matte finish. So this is the best finisher ever. It doesn't leave any brush strokes, it doesn't leave any marks. It just creates a like beautiful matte finish on top, to help protect the design and all that. So I just do a super light layer over the top of any design, any area that I've painted. Make sure that this area obviously is dry before you do this, and that's pretty much it. I'll just go over every section that I've painted and make sure it's all perfect. And of course, we are finishing up with our heat gun, obviously. So once you've finished putting the finisher on every section that's been painted, we're going to go in with our heat gun and just make sure that everything is set, everything is dry, everything's looking amazing. And that is pretty much it, guys. We are done. So I will usually just leave these off to the side overnight to dry. The next day I'll wrap them, chuck them in the box, not chuck them, place them nicely, and send them off. That's pretty much it. We are done with our Adventure Time customs. Thank you so much for watching this process. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to add them below. Add my socials, please. I do a lot more videos on TikTok. And that is it. Thank you again, and stay tuned for my next video. I love you guys.